Moment. Hello, my name is Svetlana. I have my business online, and I want to introduce today Michelle Roger. And
Hello.
yes, she's from Saskatchewan too. And maybe you can introduce yourself?
Sure thing. Yeah, Michelle here, and my husband and I do the same business that Svetlana's doing, online attraction marketing, and we've just entering our 8th month into it. So it's been quite an adventure and a huge learning curve. But definitely what I like about it is that anybody can do it. Right? Is it for everybody? No, but anybody can do it. So
Yes.
yeah. So we are proudly living here in Saskatchewan. Go green! And sorry, kicked my dog. Um, and we farm. We both work full time. I have an art business as well, so we have children still at home, and so we're busy. We're busy.
Yeah,
That just goes to show you that anybody can do
so
what we do,
busy.
right?
That's nice.
Mhm.
And how did it happen? Did you have some struggles, pain to start this business?
So how did we find it?
Yeah, how
Yeah,
found what was motivated to start it?
oh, why did we get started? Well, we weren't really looking for anything. We're just kind of doing what everybody else does. You're just trying to get through life and with as few bruises as possible. But we always wanted more, just a little bit more. I'd like to create an art studio. I'd like to have a place where I can teach art, that people
Mhm.
can physically come. And I mean, we can't do that right now, but that was the goal. And we are building a house. We're living in the house that we're building, so that's been an experience. But we want to do garage, we want to do the art studio, all this sort of stuff, and we weren't going to get there doing what we were doing, sadly, right?
Mhm.
So, but we weren't really actively looking for anything either because we're kind of busy. But
Yeah.
then, of course, like everybody else, you come across an ad, on your social media. And now every platform's advertising, and that makes sense because that's how they make their money,
Yeah.
right? So of course they're going to advertise. TV's advertised, radio's advertised. So this isn't any different than that. But and when we saw that ad and we listened to the people and we took the steps, because there's steps along the way, right? For every little bit that you're interested, okay, here's a step. And you're still interested, okay, well then here's another step, right? Like, so we break it down for people so that they can easily decide, hey, this is for me or this isn't for me, with no obligation for the steps along the way. So we took all the steps and we took them really fast because we liked what we saw.
Me too. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but before I saw face time to time, it just I was browsing and maybe 6 months, and I thought I saw this face. I should look,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
my mentor's brand. And then I read article, and social media does great stuff.
Yes, it's where we're going, whether we like it or not, like I'm from that generation where we didn't have this growing up. And so it's still a huge learning curve for us. My kids could whiz through this no problem, right? Because this is what they were raised with. But for those
Yeah.
of us who haven't been raised that way, it's still like territory that we haven't explored. And it's all new. And like I said, a huge learning curve, but it's doable. And, we have to accept that online is just the way our world is evolving, right? Each generation has to learn something new, or
Yeah.
it's just part of life, and it's nothing to be scared of or nothing to be um wary of. I mean, we have to keep ourselves safe online for
Yeah, we
sure, but
learn and we grow. We don't stay in one place.
Mhm. That's right.
Don't get
And
spoiled.
yeah, and like I said, is it for everybody? No, for sure
Yeah.
not. But what I appreciated about it is that, like, I've I dabble in a bunch of stuff. I do a lot of things, but I've done a lot of those home-based kind of businesses, where you have to fill your closet with inventory and you have to go out and do trade shows and you have to book the
Oh,
hotel rooms
no.
for all those meetings. And, you have to do all these things and you have to make your list of 100 friends and all this stuff. And those never worked for me because I didn't have that passion for the product, perhaps. Well, I shouldn't say that. I really like I still use most of their products, but I just didn't I'm quite introverted as well, even though I'm all over social media, but I'm quite introverted as well. And
Yeah, me too.
Shane can go out. He's a lot quieter than me on social media, but he can go to a trade show and he knows all of the other vendors, within a couple hours. Like he gets out there, he talks, and I'm the opposite. I just sit in my booth and I don't talk to anybody or say anything. So I really appreciated that we don't have to do any of that.
Yes,
right?
I remember back home, we had time that on the street, they sell all different stuff, new, old, brand new too. I sold it and I never want to go back on that.
No, me either. I don't want to carry, thousands of dollars of inventory, and I don't want to have to make my list of friends and family. In fact, we've hardly spoke to friends and family about our business because we don't necessarily have to. They see what we're doing. If they're interested, they'll ask us about it.
Because
we
it's
certainly
new for everybody new. And of course, they're skeptical. Woo.
Well, you should be skeptical, right? You should be skeptical because that means you're going to do, we call it due diligence, but you're going to investigate it. You're going to research. You're going to talk to the people who are doing it. And we welcome that, right? Reach out, we'll just tell you to follow the steps. First step.
Yeah, that's right.
Go check out that webinar kind of thing, right? So because there are steps to follow that you're going to get the best information in a way that is delivered that makes sense and that is understandable for people. And again, it's just a process of this little steps along the way. You're serious? Okay, here's another little bit maybe.
Yes.
And then, oh yeah, you're still serious? Okay, here's another step to do, which is great.
Yes,
because
and you can pause and watch again, go back.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Video and every once a week we have webinars, workshops once a week. It's just great.
Yeah, it's supportive. Everything you need is there, which I appreciate because I don't have time to do a bunch of research. Like I said, we're busy people, and we support each other, right? Like you and I are not connected in any way financially or anything. Like that's not how our business necessarily works. So, but we're willing to help each other out. Like it's just a very close knit. We've developed in the 8 months we've been in it. We've developed some very, very awesome and incredible friendships, and they just keep coming. Just keep coming. So
everybody looking for more time and get more money. It's normal for families, for better life.
Brenda and I were just talking this morning because I interviewed Brenda on our page, and she was talking to an 80-year-old man in Australia who's just starting his business, right?
Really?
So, I mean, you don't have to be. I mean, his generation is will have to learn way more than my generation, right?
Yeah.
And he's embraced it, and he's like, yeah, this is it. I totally get it. Let's go. Let's do this, right?
That's awesome.
So again, is it for everybody? No.
Yeah. It's for anybody who wants.
Yep. It's, not everybody's into the online world, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That is fine. Yeah, it was for us.
Force, it's only our wheels.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Michelle. You're busy, I know, because so much to do, and I see your arts. So
well, actually, that one's my daughter's.
Really?
That was a Christmas present. So yeah, she's kind of artistic as well. So my little art studio is upstairs, and I love doing it. And it's nice to have that break. And that's, again, what I love about this business is that I don't have to be fully engaged in it. Like I had 2 brick and mortar fitness facilities over the past 6 years. And I had to be there, right? Like I had to be full on. I had to be there, and it was exhausting. And so this is one of those things that you get once you get it all set up, it runs for you in the background. And I mean, you still have to work at it. Absolutely. It's
Yes.
not you just set it and walk away. But once my stuff is done that I do every day towards my business, now I have the rest of the day, right? So now I have the rest of the day where I get to go do what I want, whether that's art or whatever.
I love that too. It's so incredible.
Yeah.
I want to wrap. I think I have tomorrow interview with Deborah.
Oh, nice.
Deborah, yes. And later, same day, I'm going to do my go live day 9.
Yay!
And I invite you and everybody. Thank you for watching. You can leave comments, love, and
absolutely
likes.
You've come a long way from where we met you last summer. Like, here you are. Look at you live on social media. I'm so proud of you. Good job.
Thank you. You too. See you.